Hey Libra, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. This is Shan, and we're going to get right into your June 1st through 15th general reading. So first, I'm going to pull the oracle message from the Moonology oracle deck. Everything is pre-shuffled. I just want to shuffle a little bit on camera. This is just really good. All right, Libra, so you have the disseminating moon. It's time to breathe out. I feel like someone else got this yesterday. I can't remember which sign. But there's something, it seems like there's something that you need to let go of. Perhaps you need to relax, actually take time to breathe. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about this. The intensity of the full moon has abated. And what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation and remind yourself that life goes in cycles. You can attune to the moon by saying, I am where I am and it's okay. Additional meanings for this card are that you should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. Avoid falling into a slump. Okay, so now we're going to get your tarot, and today I'm using the Dust to Onyx Tarot by Courtney Alexander. I will always use at least one deck by Black creators in my public readings, and for this round of readings, that is Dust to Onyx. That's just really good. That's just really good. Okay, Libra. So the first card you have is the Three of Gourds. The Three of Gourds is a card that talks about celebration. Threes are about creativity, and gourds or cups are about our emotional space or our emotional feelings. So I feel like this is creating an emotional space or creating a situation where joyful emotions can be shared between people who love each other. So this could be friends, family. In certain decks, the Three of Cups or Three of Gourds is represented by a family of women who are passing down some type of generational knowledge, some emotional knowledge, and this is one of those decks. So I feel like Libra, you may be celebrating something with family. The next card here is Death. So this celebration could be a homegoing service for someone who may have possibly passed recently, and if it's not that, then because this is general. Death talks about transformations, not just in the sense of transforming from the living in the physical plane to the spiritual plane, but just transformations in general. So you could be celebrating some type of transformation, either a transformation in yourself or some other person in your life or some situation. The next card is Mama Staff. This would be the Queen of Wands. This is a very confident feminine energy. Feminine energy does not mean female or female presenting person all the time. It's just the energy. We all embody both feminine and masculine energies. So this is very confident, very passionate feminine energy, but an energy that is very contemplative and considerate of where they exercise their passions or where they use their inner fire to act upon something. This person could also be very bold and outgoing, and be very sexy. Okay. The next card is the Seven of Gourds. The Seven of Gourds talks about choices and having confusion or illusions around those choices. There's a lot of cloudiness in this card, which represents the confusion or illusions. And I don't know if you can tell, but the clouds on this side are making up a face. That this person is in a state of confusion about choosing which one of these women, and they're all the same woman actually, with different makeup, different hair, but choosing which of these women they would like to be with. So Libra, you might have a choice to make that you're not really you're not sure about how to make, or you might be unclear as to what all of your options even are. And you may possibly be dealing with a fire sign, possibly a female fire sign, or have fire in your chart. But if not, that energy is present here. It doesn't necessarily need to be that sign specifically. Right. Under the deck, in the position of what is hidden or overall energy, we have the Hermit. Okay. This is someone who is taking the time to be in solitude so that they can find spiritual enlightenment, so they can go on a journey within themselves and reach a place of clarity, either just in general or perhaps around some specific situation. Okay. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to use the tarot of the Orishas to clarify. Why is the Three of Gourds? Why is the Three of Gourds here for Libra? Libra, you could be reconciling with someone or hoping to reconcile with them. This may possibly be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be. This could be family you haven't seen in a long time, friends you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe being in quarantine has you in the energy of longing to spend time with family and friends, or to spend time celebrating with the people you love, and you're being nostalgic about times that you've already spent with them. I say that because the Six of Water is here. The Six of Water would be the Six of Cups, and this mermaid is longing to be back in the water with her family and with her friends, these other sea creatures. But this and it's a card of nostalgia, of wanting to go back to a time or place or person that brought you a sense of emotional well-being, a sense of happiness and celebration. The same thing that's here in the Three of Gourds. And whatever this reconciliation is, it's very emotional. There's a lot of cups, a lot of water there. Is there anything else you want to say about the Three of Gourds? Okay. What about death? What do you have to say about death, Libra? Libra, what do you have to say about death? So the first card we got clarifying death is the Nine of Earth, or the Nine of Pentacles. This is the happily single card. This woman in this card, but it does not have to be a woman in this situation, is single, newly single. Her garden has not begun to flourish yet, but the green that she wears represents a healed and open heart chakra, and also the fact that she is abundant and she is flourishing, and knows that as she plants her seeds, as she sows this land, that she will reap in abundance. She is totally relaxed and calm, grounded, barefoot on the earth, and it's just her and the earth. She knows that her abundance is coming. And with that being the first card, clarifying death, I feel like the transformation has been in a relationship, Libra. Perhaps you were in a relationship with someone and it ended, and you're hoping for a reconciliation with them. Either you may see the person you were with, you see them in this light, or this could possibly be you in this energy. And the next card we have here clarifying death is Oshala, or Obatala. This is the Orisha that Olodumare, or God, sent to create the bodies of human beings. It's also the energy of clarity, of peace, of a cool head, a calm spirit, okay? Purity. So I feel like whoever this newly single person is, they have a sense of peace, of calm and clarity about them, perhaps now since they are single, or maybe they even had that while they were in the relationship, and that is maybe what drew you to them, or what has you wishing you could get back to them. And anything could be vice versa, or reverse. This is a general reading, so I'm just going to read it from one particular standpoint, but you can pick and choose where and when or how it fits into your situation, if it fits at all. Not every reading is for everyone. It's general. Okay. The enslaved prisoner is also here, clarifying the death card. So I feel like whoever the other person was who was left behind in this situation feels persecuted, feels that no one cares for them, everyone is against them. They were just trying to live their best life or do the best that they could do, and some and external forces, be they other people or just circumstances, had them um, bound and incapable of um, making any type of moves, or um, maybe maybe it's a situation where someone literally cannot um, can't fend for themselves. That's not exactly what I'm trying to say, but if you're bound up, then you can't do what's necessary to take care of yourself, to sustain yourself. And there's a card here that's all about sustaining oneself. So if this isn't an actual breakup that has happened already, maybe someone is currently in a relationship that they would like to transform or would like to end, so that they can be in a clear-headed energy, and they feel like the way to do that is to become single. Why is Mama Staff here? Mama Staff here. So clarifying Mama Staff, first we have the Eight of Air, or the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Air talks about someone being trapped in their thoughts, feeling like they can't make a move. This is, and it came out right after the enslaved prisoner, someone who feels bound and like they're being persecuted. And the spirit is saying this is in your mind, whoever is feeling this way. This bird can escape from this cage. All it has to do is push on one of these little doors and it can get right out. But it's thinking that it cannot move, and because that is the decision that it's come to in its mind, it'll stay bound. But this is totally mental energy, and I feel like it's Mama Staff, whoever is this Mama Staff energy. It could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone with that in their chart. But if it's not a fire sign person, it is someone who is in the energy, or is normally in the energy of Mama Staff, being very confident and able to direct their passions to where they would like them to go, direct their actions and towards achieving their goals. A very confident, sexy, passionate, active personality. Someone is stuck in their head, and I feel like they're stuck in their head about whether or not to transform this relationship and let it go. It could possibly be a divorce. The Shango is here. Shango is the deity who owns lightning, fire, the drums, the dance, also very sexy, very virile energy. And I feel like this, in this deck, Shango also represents divorces, or the balancing of the scales, cutting unnecessary things out of your life, bringing justice, and justice even when the people involved may not feel like it's justice or something fair he's absolutely fair. It just doesn't mean that everybody's going to be happy with it. So I feel like someone is trying to decide whether to end a relationship, and they might be more worried about how the other person is going to feel about it. Like they see that there's something better for them in singlehood, but they don't want to hurt someone, maybe. Or maybe they don't, they realize that it's going to hurt them, that they will miss certain parts of this relationship, but they still know that that they need to end it. And they're up in their head about this decision. Okay. What's the 7 of Gourds here? Anything else for the 7 of Gourds? Okay, Libra, you got a lot for the 7 of Gourds, but I think this is good, and it definitely tied everything together. So the first card you got clarifying the 7 of Gourds is the Baba Orisha. The Baba Orisha would be the magician. This is someone recognizing that they have everything they need to manifest what they want in the situation. All the necessary elements are here. There's water, there's swords or cutlass, there's fire, and there's earth represented here. And then the next card out was the Ace of Fire, or the Ace of Wands. This talks about a new opportunity for passionate beginning or renewed passion in a current situation or current relationship. So I feel like someone is trying to decide between, whether they should keep a relationship or end it, or possibly whether to reconcile with someone who they've already ended a relationship with. And by ending that relationship, it has transformed something in them. It has given them the opportunity to go into hermit mode because they have been single. And that singlehood has given them clarity, given them peace. And because they have gained that now, they've cleared the way. They've been able to get out of their head and make room to manifest a new passionate beginning, perhaps a new passionate reconciliation with that person. And the reason I definitely feel like it's a reconciliation is the 4 of Air here, the 4 of Swords. In this deck, it talks about a seemingly hopeless situation. This person is being attacked very strategically by these birds. And if no one is able to come along and help, then that's it. So this, to me, represents the state of the relationship at one point, feeling like, if no one comes along to help me fight this enemy or fight these enemies off, that's it, it's dead. And here comes Ogun, the deity of war, the owner of all metals. So that makes him the owner of transportation, because most modes of transportation are made from metal, and also the owner of war, because most weapons are made from metal. And he is the deity that clears our path. So once the path is created and opened, he goes through and clears out any obstacles and enemies that may be on the path. When it comes to relationships or romance, Ogun comes rushing in with the speed and power of a train, which he owns. So I feel like this is something, the spirit of Ogun, that energy coming rushing in to offer help or assistance to this relationship or to this person in the relationship. And then you have the Lovers. The Lovers represents the decision around love, around a soulmate or twin flame relationship. And again, this could absolutely be romantic, but it doesn't have to. You can separate yourself or become single from a best friend, from a family member that you may be used to spending a lot of time with. But I feel like there will be reconciliation for whatever this relationship is after a time of being in solitude and gaining clarity around some things to be so that it brings in an opportunity to renew the passion or for you to manifest renewed passion. And under the deck, what's hidden or overall energy is the earth, which would be the world. This talks about leveling up, graduating, ending one cycle to begin a new, higher cycle. It could also be about travel or pregnancy. So, this may possibly be a long distance relationship. Someone might have to travel to get to the next person, or if the relationship could, after it's been reconciled, move to the next level. So if it was boyfriend girlfriend, it could move up to engagement. Or if it's a parent child relationship, that relationship just matures in the way that that parent and child relate to each other. Okay. So overall, like I said, I feel like there is reconciliation here for some type of relationship after a period of being in solitude and gaining clarity and realizing that you have everything you need to manifest this new passionate beginning. Okay, Libra, I hope this resonated for you. If it did, please let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you here for your next reading. Pelu Ife, with love.